Till the end of my schooling days, I traveled a lot with my parents. My family loved to see new places, and we would visit a new one each year. Mostly remote ones and not easily accessible. With every trip, I would come back a little calmer and with the dream of having a wooden cottage on the very hills I would come back from. There is a joke in the family about me owning a house in every part of the Himalayas. By the end of school, I was thrown into being an adult, and eventually, all those dreams faded away and were replaced by a need to find my place in the society. Everyone around me seemed to be in a never-ending trance, and I wanted to become just like them, or at least do what they were doing. I didn't realize that I was losing touch with myself and my dreams until my anxiety manifested into physical symptoms, making it hard for me to even perform day-to-day functions. The only time my muscles would relax, my hands, feet, and shoulders would stop twitching was when I would go to bed. Most of the nights, even that wasn't possible, as my mind wouldn't take a break from the endless blabbering about God knows what. My behavior changed, and by this time, I couldn't even recognize myself at all. But I am glad that I realized that there was a problem, and I was hell-bent on finding the solution to it. While I was trying to figure out a couple of things I could do in life, my main focus was getting to know myself. One day, I walked into a 3-day meditation workshop only to come out with a few exercises which made me feel really tingly and a line to say after every session, praising the teacher. There were no answers to be found, and I carried on with my life again, repeating the same mistakes, stepping back into the same rut. After a year or so, I tried to give a 10-day silent retreat a shot. It was a small step towards the right direction. Post-retreat, I was left with just one question. What is life really about? Is it really the bubble we are all living in? Going to the office 5 days a week, partying as hard as you can for 2 nights in a row, sleeping the day after and repeating it, just to do the same on and after a well-deserved vacation? Is it sitting in a circle rolling joints and drinking beer every night after work until one by one everyone moves out and gets married? Is it perhaps getting married and having a child to be thrown into the same bubble? Or is it a competition between individuals about who stays in a bigger house or owns a bigger car? The answer was always found way back in my past, when without a worry I would leave a place, hopping into the backseat of my father's car, watching the landscape change as he drove for hours at a stretch, during which I would doze off to wake up in a new place with a new smell and new colors around me. When it didn't matter what clothes I was wearing, and there was no phone in my pocket to reach out for, and no need to look for a frame or think of a caption, when wherever I went was home. When the trees stood tall around me, watching my back, when the mountains were below my feet holding me steady, when the skies watched over me day and night, when the wind would whisper right into my ears, exactly what I wanted to hear now. And it was loud and clear. It was with me all along. Ever since I realized what it was and got a glimpse of what freedom felt like, I have been shedding a part of me each day as I build myself back up again, the way that I want, doing the things that I love. I befriended my anxiety and have been working along with it ever since. It has been 3 years, and I have lent it my ears every time it tried to tell me something, and conquered it when it used fear as a weapon. I also leave myself with it 10 days each year, just to look it in the eyes and assure it that everything is fine. There is a long road ahead of me, and now it only excites me, for life has a beautiful way of getting us on the track that is meant for us. I'm sure that the universe has our backs, because we're a part of it after all. We wouldn't exist if we weren't. All we need is the right pair of lenses and a strong connection with our true selves.